Alright, man, I want to welcome y'all back, man, to FP Boxing. And, man, I just want to get my thoughts on, one of the young prospects, young talents out there, by the name of Devin, the Dream Haney, which is one of my favorite fighters out there right now, who's actually been making a lot of noise even since last year with calling out Robert Easter Jr., which Devin Haney has a fight coming up February the 2nd this year, next month on Showtime, uh, who is actually, fighting it super lightweight, if I'm not mistaken, which he's actually, kind of pushing the limit of that 135, and he's currently a WBC youth lightweight title holder. So he has been making a lot of noise, man, for his age. He's been active. Um, I mean, the way they starting him out, father is breaking him up with the fighters that he have fought, as you can see in his box rig. A lot of unknown, Mexican fighters. Just bringing them up the right way. Father's him starting out at the age of 17. He has had 18 fights in almost over the last 2 years, so he's been fighting consistently. And his opponent is yet to be announced for February. So hopefully he can get somebody that is maybe in top 15, rankings where he can get himself ranked. Because currently he's not ranked in any sanctioning body at 135 or 140. He's currently ranked number 22 in the super lightweights in the U.S. right now, so that's kind of like a good thing. But farthest him calling out Robert Easter and maybe trying to get a fight with Robert Easter right now will be a bad decision. Even though Devin Haney has been, has a world-renowned trainer in Floyd Mayweather Sr., and, having good sparring, being around a lot of pro guys, and it still ain't the same as being in there with a tested champion like Robert Easter. Right now, Robert Easter is 21-0 with 14 KOs. His last couple outings weren't that good. He hasn't had a KO or a TKO since 2016 of April. But he has had 3 title defenses, as he is currently the 135 IBL champion. So he is tested. So, Devin Haney hasn't been in there with any kind of tested fighters. Sparring is different than matching. If anyone, willing to debate that, you could have the best amateur career. You could have all these accolades outside of, being in a pro fight, is different. So, I know Devin Haney is actually young. He hungry. And, he's doing what most of these guys should be doing, is calling out champions. He's trying to get his name out there. And there's nothing wrong with calling out a champion, to get your name out there, to get noticed, get the shine put on you. I mean, Robert Easter has been having his last couple fights, his last 3 outings been, somewhat of terrible. And which you can only blame himself for the moves he's been making. I mean, instead of using his God-given natural ability, his father is having size advantage, reach advantage over his opponents, and giving in to the shorter man when it comes to, getting in the pocket, doing too much brawling, when he's a pure boxer with power. So he's actually destroying his own self. But that Devin Haney fighting him, man, that'll be a long ways down the road, and I don't think it's gonna happen no time this year or even maybe next year, depending on, Devin Haney is getting fights with ranked fighters. He's currently campaigning. He says he's gonna campaign at 135, but has yet to, hit the top 15 of any sanctioning body. So I don't think, he's just making a lot of noise right now. And I think Robert Easter, being the champion that he is, and he's not putting too much on it and giving a young guy too much shine about it. So, hopefully Devin Haney gets him somebody in the top 15 where he can make a little noise and, get his name out there where he can make them challenges.